Jay-Z, you're one of the biggest stars in the world in terms of music, but for people who don't know you, just tell us a little bit about where you come from. You start right in some of the roughest parts of Brooklyn, really in the middle of the worst time of the gang and drug wars of modern times, I guess.
Yeah, I grew up in Marcy Projects, which is Brooklyn, New York City. Bedford-Stuyvesant was really rough area, and right up in the heart of it. And you know, we had great days. We played outside the Johnny Pump, and you know, which is the water, the fire hydrant, and you know, the ice cream man, and you know, just normal childhood. But some days when it got bad, people were shooting outside at 12 noon on Sundays, and things like that. You know, so it was very normal. But it got really, but when it wasn't, when the calm was broken, it was the juxtaposition between the two were very far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were growing up in a house full of music right from the start, is that right? Your mother in particular. Yeah,
my mother and father actually early on, before my father had, before they separated, they had the biggest record collection in the neighborhood, and our house was actually the house where everyone came to party. Yeah. Everyone came to our house to, you know, listen to music and have
what
fun.
Kind of music were you listening to? Jackson 5?
Jackson 5, you know, the early funk and soul music. Jackson 5 and Brothers Johnson and Prince and Commodores, Earth, Wind and Fire, Marvin Gaye. You know, and my mom pretty much had some of the first early rap records.
Yeah.
You know, she had the King James III and the Sugar Hill Gang, where they used to be for good times, Rapper's Delight, you know, so, yeah.
And you were writing rap from the moment you were a small kid, really, weren't you?
You know, like 9 years old, around 9, I'd seen a guy in the neighborhood who was just outside freestyling about what everyone in the neighborhood had on. And he, you know, attracted this big crowd, and it was like just so fun, and I was so fascinated by it. And that's pretty much when rap was really hitting, you know, and I just started writing from there.
And you're obviously always interested in language a lot. I think I read that you were fascinated by your English lessons at school.
Yeah.
Do you have other kind of poetry or American poetry influences in you at all? Do you read much?
Yeah, I read quite a bit, but I read more so about the soul and about the search for life and, you know, everything that goes on outside of the tangible things that we see and know to be true. Yeah, but it's poetry and everything. It's poetry in how someone does an interview. You know, the way they deliver it, the words you choose, and how you segue to the next subject. So it's poetry in everything if you look for it.